Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be a romance reading vlog. So hey, what's up? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. I've never done a romance reading vlog. I don't think I have. I really don't think I have. If I have, then I'm a clown, but I don't think I have. So hi, welcome. I'm very excited for the books in this vlog. None of them are on my TBR this month. I'm kind of going off the rails. But I'm honestly really looking forward to it. Okay, so today's Valentine's Day. Hi. I know this is like airing far after Valentine's Day, and that's fine. But it's Valentine's Day in my heart, okay? And for the sake of this video, today is Valentine's Day that you're watching it. Caleb and I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day because our like dating anniversary is February 21st. So we always have just been like, we'll just go out to eat for our anniversary, you know? And I, as a human, have never really been into Valentine's Day. I don't know. I just, like, yeah, celebrate love, celebrate all these things, but it's never been a holiday that I like go out for, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a cute holiday, but I'm just gonna read romance books for it. And that being said, that is what we're doing today. The first book on the list that I have already started earlier today before I did some self-care and got a manicure and a pedicure for myself. I recreated my wedding nails and I got it like the pink milky white, and I just love it a lot. It turned out perfectly. I mean, I went to the same place that I got my wedding nails done. So I had a nice like 3-hour little session for myself today. It was really nice. Caleb is currently out getting us pizza. We ordered some fancy pizza from one of our favorite places in the city. And the book, let's circle back, shall we? The book that I started today is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbard. I'm excited about it. I haven't read from Talia Hibbard before. This will be my first one, but this one is like really short, really cute, really excited about it. And it sounds like I'm gonna absolutely love it. Like, enemies to lovers, our two main characters are Celine and Bradley. They were friends turned enemies, and I'm guessing they're gonna be lovers because this is a romance novel, am I right? But they're both signed up for this like experience or like situation with this famous person who runs this, okay, well, I mean, it's like a 2-part survival course in the woods. And the grand prize is a scholarship to a university of their choice or something along the lines. And they're forced to be in close proximity. They're forced to work together. And they're not only going through the mud of the woods, but they're going through the mud of their past and like having to come to terms with a lot of things. And so far in the story, they just got to the first like week or weekend that this survival course is happening. So far, I love the writing. They're super funny. I love the grumpy sunshine aspect. And in this case, the girl is the grump and the guy is sort of the more the sunshine in the situation. And historically, I've been in love with the guy when he's grumpy in romance novels. So this is fun to see it kind of reversed. Yeah, I'm excited to continue. I will probably read a little bit tonight, but predominantly will try to finish this early tomorrow morning, to be honest, just because, it's Valentine's Day. We're gonna open some wine, we're gonna eat our pizza and our hot honey mozzarella sticks, and we're just gonna hang out. This is my type of Valentine's Day. Good afternoon. Had a nice relaxing morning. I've been running some Discord sprints over on my Patreon, and that pushed me to finish Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbard. Really excited about this book. So whenever I read any sort of like YA, it has to be like when I'm in the mood for it, and it just felt right. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like it was the time. I was really excited to read from this new author for me, new to me author, because I've been very interested in the Brown Sisters books. But the fact that this one was just so like little and cute, like it was so appealing, and the cover is perfect and it matches my new nails. I mean, hey, there was no reason I could come up with that I shouldn't read it. And I had a really good time with it. I am going to be giving it a 4 out of 5. It was a very cute YA romance, and I think it did a lot of things really, really well. So there's really great bisexual representation. There's really great OCD representation. Like the descriptions of our main character, Brad, going through his like intrusive thoughts and coping with his OCD, like I felt like those scenes were really, really well done. And something that I appreciated about this book was the communication. Like, this is how communication ideally should always go. Well, Okay, not between the two main characters. Not always. There definitely were some like moments where their insecurities and emotions got the better of them and they like jumped the gun and, made things worse by not communicating well enough. But when the characters were like on the same page, it was giving like adult romance vibes because it was so well said and so well constructed that I was just absolutely loving witnessing the conversations take place. That might be a little bit confusing, but genuinely there were many points in this like short story where I consciously thought, wow, this is a great conversation. Loved the outdoor vibes. I loved the premise of the book, how they both ended up vying for and competing for this scholarship program, and the fact that they had to do like survival things in order to, be in the running to win. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really interesting. I love an outdoorsy story, and I think it was the perfect length. I think that there were just so many great things going for it. I loved it, and I'm happy with a 4 out of 5. That being said, I will be moving on to the next book. And let me just say that this vlog was supposed to be me trying out Kindle Unlimited for the first time because I recently got it. But when I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up Ice Planet Barbarians for Caleb, because we read it together for a video, if you haven't seen that video, you should. It was a great time. I will link it down below. But when I was there at Barnes & Noble that day, I ended up getting quite a few romance books, and this was one of them. And I was just so excited to read it that I threw my TBR out the window this month a little bit. So that happened, but the next book I did see on Kindle Unlimited, so it does count as me trying out Kindle Unlimited, but I bought the physical book as well. So like, oops. It just looks like a great paperback, okay? And it's a series. It's a trilogy. I actually really like the covers. I like how the spines look. But big kudos to me. I only bought the first book because I wanted to see if I liked it. I did not buy the whole series, which is a big thing. I normally just buy all of it. That's one of my toxic traits for sure. But the book that I am referring to is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I'm like dipping my toe into a realm that I just don't know if I'm going to love, and I'm nervous about it, but my hair lady loves these books and she loves reading. We talk about books all the time, and the way that she was talking about it, like it literally sounds like something that I could really, really love. So I've decided to give it a shot, and I think it's gonna read really quick. I do have it on my Kindle, but I will be reading it physically since I, fell into consumerism and bought it anyways. But this is the Fine Print, like I said. It's Dreamland Billionaires series, and just that name is why I have never been interested in it, because like Dreamland Billionaires, I don't know, it just sounds like the type of people that I don't care to read about. But apparently those aren't necessarily the vibes. Like what I don't want is Magnolia Parks. I don't want the type of like rich people drama that was in that book. And that's why I've always been weary about the name Dreamland Billionaires. I don't know, but I'm going to get into this a little bit and then come back and give you thoughts, because I haven't even read the synopsis. I don't know what these words are in the back of the book. I just know that the way that my hair lady, Megan, made me feel about it, it actually made me kind of excited. So I'm putting my life in her hands and I'm going to give it a shot. So I will get into it and come back and chat with you, give you some initial thoughts. Hi, all right. So I don't know how far I am. This was a stupid time to pick up the camera, wasn't it? Okay, I'm about 50 pages in, so I have some immediate thoughts. But first of all, I just wanted to put these on your guys' radar. These dried mango little snacks, completely obsessed with them. They're so stinking good, and they're all I want to eat forever. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I'm really into it. So the premise is, it's like very reminiscent of like Disney World, right? I don't know if it's like overtly Disney World, but like called Dreamland, but like it's Disney World. And again, I'm venturing into this realm of romance, not really being part of this like little sub community, right? So sometimes the things I say might be obvious to a lot of you, but not to me. So we're going to give me some slack. But basically, there's 3 brothers, and their grandfather, who owned Dreamland, Disney World, has now died. And all 3 brothers get this letter with a task. All 3 of them must complete in order for the 3 of them to like get their share of the company in like his last will and testament, right? So it's a trilogy, and in each book we're following each of the sons completing their task. And this one we're following Rowan, and his task, what I'm gathering, is to work with like the production team and complete a new production project in 6 months or so. And evidently, while stepping into this new position, he comes across this woman named Zara, who works in like the makeup department doing like makeup for the little girls and boys who come in and want to look like a princess or a prince, whatever their heart desires. And obviously their first meeting did not go well. He was an ass. She was very prickly before she knew who he was, but I have a feeling she's still going to be prickly to him because that seems like her personality and I already really like her. And from what I'm gathering so far, Zara has always wanted to be like a creator or an animator. I think they said creator. And in order for Rowan to complete his part of this, you know, last will and testament style thing going on, he has allowed the people he's working with to open up the like pool for new ideas for the production team. You know what I'm saying? And apparently Zara's dream has always been to do so. So she's going to submit a proposal. And I'm guessing that it's going to be one of the ones that are chosen. And then Zara and Rowan are going to have to work together. And I'm like really, I'm really excited to see where it goes. Cause obviously it's like an enemies, perhaps to lovers type situation. And like right off the bat, I'm into the writing. I have no complaints as of right now, which is super cool. He's definitely like a misunderstood, like grumpy boy. And she also has her baggage from a past terrible relationship. So it definitely has the potential to get into some heavier topics, which if you know me and my romance picks, that is something that I kind of require is like trauma and hurt. I want to feel pain, but also love and happiness, you know? So I feel like this really does have everything potentially for me to love it. So I'm really looking forward to continuing it. And that's what I'm going to do. I do work tomorrow, but I plan on getting a good chunk of the way through today. So I'm going to go read and eat a lot of mangoes. It is now Friday. I worked all day yesterday and I did actually get a lunch break, so I was able to read on my lunch break, which was absolutely phenomenal. There were quite a few spicy scenes going on at the time of the story that I was reading while at work, so that's always interesting. But I ended up finishing the book last night. Guys, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I was pretty hooked like the whole entire story. I feel like Lauren Asher did a really good job at portraying like familial childhood trauma and how it affects you going through your adult life, like in the decisions that you're making, in the relationships that you're trying to have or trying not to have in your adult life. Being in Rowan's head was just really well done. I also loved Zara. She's like one of my favorite main characters now. I loved her. She's just been through it, you know, and she did the steps, came out so much stronger, and she knows her worth. She doesn't take no shit, but she's also like very positive. And it was just a joy to follow her point of view. So the short chapters were so great, really kept my attention. We all know I love a grumpy sunshine, and that was portrayed perfectly. I mean, truly, I was just like, I had a great time. So great that I immediately got the next 2 books in the series, which I'm glad I waited to make sure that I liked the first book, but wow, I wish I had the second one because I would be starting it this morning. I guess that is if I wasn't on my way to the grocery store. Because tonight we're having a little get together with our friends. Whenever we have a dinner, we call them family dinners. So my friend group and I are having a family dinner tonight, and I'm in charge of desserts. So I am going to be making a cheesecake with a blueberry compote topping, as well as a banana bread. So I'm very excited. I haven't made a banana bread in a long time. I haven't even baked in our new house yet. So I'm excited. I haven't used my stand mixer yet. Wow, what a time to be alive. I'm really excited. I'm going to go drive now to the grocery store and get the ingredients because the cheesecake is going to have to sit for like 6 hours or something, so I have to cook it like in the first half of the day. But I will be starting a new book today. I don't know if I'm gonna start the next book in the series, the Terms and Conditions. Oh, I really want to. Or I have a Kindle Unlimited story, and the synopsis of that one I'm super into as well. So I am going to play it by ear. Next time you see me, I will have probably started the next book and I will tell you about it. But right now, I don't know which one I want to do. Hold on, I didn't even give you my rating. I think I'm rating this like a 4.5 out of 5. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Very excited to continue.
cliches in your dream. And I gave you a rose that you kept unseen, kept unseen. It was worth the fight. When the stars glow bright, the summer's old. In the misty bright moonlight I were told. When the storm is raging in your head, when you feel last night.
Are you updating the vlog or am I updating the vlog? Hello, it is now, what? Hello? Oh my god, now Juno's begging for her dinner and Avi is begging to go outside. Okay, this is gonna be a quick update. It is now 4 p.m., same day. I spent the day baking, which was really, really nice. My cheesecake is in the fridge, currently cooling there in the middle rack. The banana bread, Juno's gonna meow, hold on. Because she thinks I'm feeding her, because we keep her food in that little drawer in the base, these animals. And then I have my banana bread here. So hopefully they both turn out really well. I think the cheesecake will be fine. I've made it quite a few times, but I haven't made banana bread but once in my life, and it turned out good, but I don't know, I had to bake it a lot longer than I thought. I don't know. Well, I'm hoping it turns out good. We'll see. But the other thing I wanted to come update you on is I did end up starting a new book. Ooh, I have to get my phone. I don't remember the name of the author. Okay, it is Dirty Letters by V. Keyla and Penelope Ward. This is a Kindle Unlimited book, and 100% I am so into it. I don't know really who I am anymore. Am I just like entering a romance era? Is this the kind of reader that I always was meant to be? I don't know. But this book is so fun. So it is about our two main characters, Loukia and Griffin. And when they were young, they were set up to be pen pals. He is or was in the UK and she's in the United States. Since then, he's now moved to the United States, but you learn that later. And they were pen pals growing up, but something happened in Loukia's life that made her not respond to any letters at a certain point, and it's been like 8 years since they've like exchanged any sort of conversation or anything. But now they are starting their pen paling up again as adults, so the basis of their like relationship is very much still there. They have that like emotional and friendship connection from when they were kids, but obviously now they're adults and more things are coming into play. They are catching up, learning about what they've missed from one another, and we actually are reading from the point of view of each of the characters in their like respective lives, but we also get to read the letters that they're writing to one another currently. It's a page turner, I'm not gonna lie. It's going really, really quick, and I'm already like super invested. I got to page 70 just from waiting for my banana bread to be finished baking, and I think that I'll be able to finish this book tomorrow morning, Saturday at least. I think I only have like 2.5 hours left or so, give or take, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm enjoying my time. This is a great vlog. But as you saw at the beginning of this clip, Avi is very much wanting to go outside, so we're gonna take her on a walk, and we're having friends over tonight. Like, you know, this is why I'm baking. So I will probably see you early in the morning, and hopefully I will have either started to continue to read or finished Dirty Letters. Dirty Letters this morning, and I just got back from a little like Galentine's Day little day party that I was at. So I am now coming back to sit on the floor and give you my final update and close out this vlog. So the starting of this book, Dirty Letters, was absolutely great. I was loving the pen pal vibes. I had a pen pal when I was a kid, and like I said before, like the way that it was written, where it was like including the letters that they were sending to one another, like it was flying by. I was very much intrigued and into the story. So this is how I feel. First of all, I want to say that I found this book because I was searching Kindle Unlimited's like bestsellers or like top read, you know what I'm saying? And this was on there. I immediately got my attention because of this man that was on the cover, and I was like, this seems like the type of Kindle Unlimited read that I should be reading for this video. And it didn't disappoint. I mean, genuinely, I had a good time, but the overall pacing throughout the whole entire story and some of the turns or like advancements that the plot took, like it definitely lost me a couple times. So on Kindle, you know, you have like the percentage of the way through the book in the bottom corner if you so choose to have it there. And I indeed choose to have it there. So around like 45%, up until 45%, I was like, damn, is this gonna be a 5-star? Like I was invested. And then at some point they met each other in person. And the transition from just reading the letters of them not actually knowing each other, not knowing what each other looks like, into them being together in person, it just seemed like super unrealistic. And I know that like sometimes you have to have like, you know, a suspension of disbelief, and that's all well and good. But I just like, for the amount of like anxiety that this main character has, I feel like things would not have gone as they did in certain situations. And again, maybe it's different because she does actually feel safe with him, and she does actually feel like she knows him even though she hasn't met him in person because, you know, they've been pen paling since they were kids. And I understand that, but also they're just like the chemistry and the overall vibes of the scenes where they are in person, something was just off. It just like didn't seem 100% right, I guess. So the overall vibes and just like chemistry of our two main characters, I think faltered a little bit when it was transitioning from just letters into being in person. However, there did come a point where I feel like the author found their groove again, and it had its second wind of like, I was again very much looking forward to continuing to read it. I was very excited to see where they were going to end up. And I did actually really enjoy like the final epilogue or the final scene. But I do want to say the very quick escalation in their letters from being like, oh, hey, haven't spoken to you in 8 years to, yeah, so when was your first orgasm? And like, do you masturbate? Like, it seemed like it moved very, very quickly. That in addition to the constant bringing up of the Furby little toy keychain is just like too much. Like, bring it up a couple times and be done with it, but like it's brought up so much that it just seems like overkill. So like, I don't know. That's just a personal preference. Like, but I just felt like it was overused. And for what? I think that I would give this like a 3.5 out of 5, maybe rate it like a 3 on Goodreads. But honestly, I feel like these books that I have read in this vlog, especially the fine print and Dirty Letters in particular, since I saw them first on Kindle Unlimited, and that was the original point of this vlog, was to try out Kindle Unlimited and specifically the romance section, obviously. I think it went really well. Like, I am like genuinely excited to further explore Kindle Unlimited and the countless opportunities that I have for myself. So one thing that I do want to ask of you guys is to, down below in the comments, is leave the best romance or the best fantasy, whatever the best books you found on Kindle Unlimited, because I would really love to read like your recommendations on Kindle Unlimited or something like that and make a vlog out of it. So please let me know down below what you would recommend to me. And other than that, I think that I will be picking up Terms and Conditions, the next book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. Like, I already have it. I actually haven't stopped thinking about the fine print. So very excited to see where that story goes. But I am going to end this vlog here. It's Saturday evening. I am going to edit this vlog, so you should be seeing it in the morning. If you are, and you are still here, then leave the heart emoji down below in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I always appreciate your support. And of course, be kind to one another and happy reading. Bye.